This information is presented by the Ontario Media Development Corporation on behalf of the Ministry of Culture through the Entertainment and Creative Cluster Partnerships Fund.
The Interactive Content Exchange by Interactive Ontario. Vidcast 2.
Welcome to Vidcast 2, marking the recap for March 27th of the Interactive Content Exchange, brought to you by Interactive Ontario. I'm Steve McGarry for Geek News, and so far, we've seen ISO 8 as an info centerpiece in regards to the scoop on the increase of tax credit funding by the OMDC and the BlackBerry Guitar Hero connection by RIM. But it's day 2 now, where Canada's premier cross-platform business event kicks into high gear, with a multitude of guest speakers covering a wide range of topics in new media and the new economy, as well as spotlights on cross-platform innovations Canuck style, as ISO 8's digital product showcase is unveiled for the very first time. To begin the cast, we now have a snippet from the opening remarks with Ontario's Minister of Culture, the Honourable Eileen Carroll.
Our government doesn't just talk about digital media as an economic driver. We take decisive action to ensure that your industry continues to thrive.
ICE 2008 Creative Convergence.
Smart Labs professor Elizabeth Goodman was up next with a case study analysis on strategies for utilizing emerging technologies and community engagement.
Ask yourself where a moment was when you had the time to reflect. It may have been a long time ago. And I'm not saying that we have too much media and that's bad. I'm saying we could be more reflective about how we use it, what we make, and what the economic models are that would allow a greater flow between these sectors.
Ontario Media Development Corporation's Digital Product Showcase was the follow-up, presented by OMDC's Karen Thorne-Stone.
We're also very pleased at OMDC to support this year's exciting new Ontario Product Showcase at ICE. That's going to provide you as delegates with the opportunity to experience innovative, made-in-Ontario products directly.
One of the said Digital Product Showcase featured can be described as a part episodic series as well as a partial reality game. ICE goers had an exclusive behind-the-scenes glimpse of the multi-platform entertainment vehicle DoYouBelieveMe.com, a production by Toronto's Nightingale Company.
There's going to be an initial 7-month story arc. It's 2 videos twice a week online. It is interactive. You can engage with the characters and help them through the story. By email, SMS, by commenting on their blogs.
Really want to get the content out to wherever the viewers are and bring it to them. We don't want to keep them constrained to one sort of medium. We don't want to keep it just on one website. We want them to go anywhere.
ICE 2008 Flash Forward.
Back in the conference swing of things, Canadian new media was put front and center with varying opinions on this question.
I wanted to talk about how we create a sustainable digital content industry in Canada.
It's really about advertising support from the general brand advertisers like General Motors or Coca-Cola.
We need to be able to separate ourselves out from that ancillary business to actually be programming content for the medium that is in the same way that we've got creative heads and commissioners doing content that's expressively for the different mediums.
You got a market of 300 million people on this continent. Forget about the CRTC, forget about Canadian content, recognize that you're creative people as Canadians, and attack the market as it exists.
There absolutely has to be a view that how we look at CanCon has to change.
With upwards of 12 panel sit-downs to go, delegates had a chance to unwind, dig in, and network at midday, giving us time to check out some uber-cool mobile application software from T.'s own Vigo.
Vigo is essentially a free program that you can download and use on any smartphone device. Essentially right now it's aggregating RSS feeds. It's taking current information from the internet, such as RSS feeds, and putting it into a nice simple display for people to basically access that and use.
Besides giving users access to over 5,000 channels of news, sports, and other sources with the free software app, delegates had real-time coverage of the interactive content exchange through ISO 8 edition of the Vigo download.
ISO 8 What's Moving in Mobile Games.
And still with the theme of all things mobile, panelists from the gaming cell spectrum gave insight on the current mobile game market.
The first step we took was to listen to the people, listen to the gaming community, listen to our consumers and ask them, what do you want? What do you do with your mobile phone? How do you do gaming?
So there is a question of needing to maintain a certain quality level, a level of awareness for your product.
Back in the digital product showcase realm, we got to look at another cell game of sorts. Plant cells, to be exact, with the Genomics Digital Lab Plant Cells module from Sponge Lab Interactive, an interactive and educational simulation program covering various topics in biology.
We deal with immersive learning, so we develop an educational approach and build assets to go with it. So we work in a number of different mediums. We produce products for schools, for museum-style exhibits for the general public, but all of it is geared around science. This is about plant biology, and your mission for the students is you have a dying plant, and you've got to figure out how to keep it alive, and you can alter all the environmental conditions around the plant, but you have to venture inside, and it's very much a discovery-based approach where students have to figure it out for themselves.
The Plant Sim has already taken root outside of Canada, currently being used in 15 countries worldwide. Sponge Lab currently has another science-based game in the works with a focus on cellular anatomy and physiology. It's titled Cellscape Explorer, coming soon.
ICE 2008 Demo Camp.
Now here's where ideas and interaction take off to a whole new level. It's with Demo Camp, a participant-generated social event where Toronto innovators got to share ideas, demo products, and more in a 5-minute time frame.
What will you be presenting today?
I'll be showing you how QR codes are changing the way that people access the web on their cell phones.
And as a result of presenting this, what do you hope to gain?
I hope to gain some support from the content producers in developing mobile applications in Canada.
Okay, I'm going to briefly show an example here of what we're up to. Fortunately, the network's been a wee bit flaky, so hopefully this works. So this is the emulator, obviously, for the BlackBerry. This is a game. Now, we don't have a UI guide. Neither of us have the eye, so this is just wireframes.
My name's Bill James. I'm an artist, a writer, and a programmer. And today I'm going to tell you about a little surgical operation I had with a game called Verbotomy. And the game concept is very simple. We publish a definition in a cartoon every day, and people invent the words.
And I thought, what an exciting opportunity to strap a webcam to his head and convert colors into sounds so that he can hear the world around him. So here you can see, this is my friend Neil, who's completely colorblind, yet painting with perfect hues of blue by listening to the sounds of the world around him.
Before heading into one of the final sessions for Day 2, we got a chance to meet up with opening keynote speaker for Day 1, Alan Gershenfeld, who spent a lot of time interacting with the ICE audience.
I think there will be a number of very tangible things that will emerge over the next year or two, specifically based on meetings that have come out of this conference.
Interactive Content Exchange 2008 Pipelines.
The final session of the day for the Interactive Content Exchange would also cover one of the most popular growth sectors on the web, online video. But does popularity equal big money? Not so much.
Where are people making money online? And let's start with they're not.
We're so limited in this country, and the hurdles that we have to face from a content perspective are radically different than what's happening in the U.S., for instance.
It costs so much to produce something that's a quality production, a Lost or a Heroes or one of those things. And if you've been to any of the U.S. sites, Hulu or Fancast or anything to try to watch it, there's no way to stuff enough ads in there and enough viewers to actually make it worth making a $10 million episode.
After an exhaustive day of presentations and conferences, ICE attendees had a chance to unwind with some cocktails and Nintendo Wii gameplay at the Round Room. It was also the center stage for another Interactive Content Exchange exclusive, as Canada's own Digital Extremes would use the ICE Gala event to officially launch the anticipated shooter Dark Sector for the PS3 and Xbox 360.
I'm extremely proud of my team for having achieved not only making this game and launching it, but for making the underlying technology for it as well.
And that's the wrap for Day 2. Here's a quick look at what to expect for Day 3 of ICE 2008. It's another first for ICE as one of the co-founders of Scrabulous drops in for his first ever one-on-one, along with a spelling lesson on success in social media gaming. We let loose and practice some Tai Chi in front of an interactive advertising screen. and a final day of conference wrap-ups and Digital Product Showcase one-on-ones.
News.